Let us do one more example based on interpolating polynomial. Suppose the following data is given to you for the given polynomial px of unknown degree. Okay, so there are 4 data points are given to you. Other data point is also possible for the given set. So only 4 is visible to us. Now what you have to do, you have to determine the coefficient of x cube in px if all 4th ordered forward differences are 1. Understand? So these are the data point are given to you, and there may be some more data point, but it is asked here in the question, compute coefficient of x cube in the polynomial. Whenever we are constructing a polynomial that is passing through the given data point and other points are also possible, then you have to compute coefficient of x cube in px if all 4th order forward differences are 1. So it is given to you 4th order differences are 1. Okay, so let us compute forward difference table first. So what is the procedure to compute forward difference table? First of all, we should compute what is forward operator. So del of forward operator is represented by delta. This is called forward operator. Okay, and del of fx equal to what? That is f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, del of f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, so how to compute this table? This is called forward operator. Suppose the data point x and y are given to you. X for x equal to 0, y is given 4, x equal to 1, y is 9, x equal to 2, y is 15, x equal to 3, y is 18, and other data points are not given to you, but we know like whenever we are computing forward difference table, so the step size should be same. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so next point should be 4, but we don't know what is the value of y for that. Okay, so with the help of given data, we have to compute coefficient of x cube in the when we are constructing a polynomial passing through the given point. Okay, so del fx is what? First of all, we will compute del fx. So del fx is what? This y is equal to what? Fx we are calling. So del fx means what? F of this is what? 0. This is x0, this is x1. So del fx, we are computing the value of del fx 0. It is called what? F of x1 minus f of x0. So here in this case, I told you what is the definition of forward operator. Del fx equal to fx plus h minus fx. So fx plus h, that means the next step. So here you will see what is h in this case. H is 1. So we can also write it as f of x plus 1 minus f of x. Okay, so f of x1 minus fx0. So what is the value of fx1? So this is the value fx0, this is fx1, this is fx2, and so on, fx3 and so on. So fx1 minus fx0 will give you 5. So 9 minus 4, it is 5. Similarly, del fx1 we can compute. It is what? Fx2 minus fx1. Okay, so that means what? 15 minus 9, it is coming out to be 6. Similarly, del fx3 we can compute. So this is formed with the help of fx3 minus fx2. So 18 minus 15, that is 3. And we don't know the next value, so we can write it is not known. Similarly, we can compute del square fx. So del square fx is what? Del square fx is equivalent to del square fx is what? Del of del fx. Del fx we have already computed. So if we are talking about del fx0, it is equivalent to what? Del of del fx is what? Fx1 minus fx0, that we have already computed. Okay, so del of fx1 minus del of fx0, it will be what? Fx2 minus fx1 minus del, this is fx1 minus fx0. ठीक है, this value, so it will be plus 1. So also we can say del square fx can be written as del fx1 minus del fx0. Del fx1 we have already computed, del fx0 we also computed. So this is the value, this is the value of this value is what? This is the value of del fx0, and this is the value of del fx1. So with the help of this value we can compute del square fx0. So del square fx0 will be what? Del fx1 minus del fx0. Understand? So that means 6 minus 5, it is 1. Similarly, this is the value of del square fx1. Okay, this is the value. So 3 minus 6 minus 3. Similarly, we don't know this value. Del 3 fx, that means this is the value, del 3 fx naught. Understand? Minus 3 minus 1 minus 4. And it is already given here, all fourth order forward difference are 1. So del 4 fx are given as 1. We don't know all these previous value, but we know del 4 fx equal to 1. So whenever we are computing del 5x, that can be computed, this minus this, it is coming out to be 0. Okay, so whenever we require to construct a forward difference, forward Newton polynomial, in that case we required only the first values, these values. Okay, these values. We are not required any value that is lying inside the table, only the first values of each column we are required. So with the help of this we can compute interpolating polynomial. Okay, so what would be the formula for the interpolating polynomial? That is Pn x equal to, if n plus 1 data points are given, n plus 1 data points are given, then forward difference interpolating polynomial can be computed by the following formula, that is Pn x equal to f of x0 plus x minus x0 del of fx0 plus x minus x0 x minus x1 upon h. H is what? That is the step size, that is x1 minus x0, because in forward difference of polynomial equal space point we are taking. So h is what? That is the spacing length. Del square fx0 upon factorial to h square. Okay, and so on. So fx0 is what in this case? If we are using this, fx0 is what? fx0 is 4. So 4, this 4, fx0 is 4 plus x minus x0. X minus x0, that means this x0 is what? That is 0. So x minus 0 del fx0. X minus x0 del fx0. Del fx0 we have already computed, that is 5. Okay. Next value is what? X minus x0, x minus x1. So these are the data point. So x minus 0, x minus 1. Like that. X minus 0, x minus 1. Okay. Del square fx0 is what? That is 1. Okay, na? Del square fx0 is what? That is 1. That we are writing here as 1. Upon factorial 2. Upon h square. H square की value क्या है? That is your 1. Minus x minus x0, x minus x0, x minus 1, x1, x minus x2 into del cube fx0 upon factorial 3 h cube. Okay. Plus x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. x3 is this value. Into del 3 fx naught. Del 3 fx naught is what? That is 1. this value is 1 upon factorial 4. Okay, so after manipulating all these values, after doing calculation, we are getting this polynomial. Okay, now we can collect the coefficient of x cube from here. What is the coefficient of x cube? This value, minus 4 upon 6 and minus 6 by 24. So this is the coefficient of